Welcome back to another episode of the BambooSZN podcast. I am your host, sober wellness coach Dorian Warmsley. This is the podcast where you'll hear real people telling real stories about resilience, growth, transformation, stories you hear to help you feel inspired on your journey of growth as a human in this crazy world. Now, a lot of times you'll hear a bunch of titles that some of us may carry: entrepreneur, mom, husband, sister, brother, lawyer, all these different titles. And sometimes it can feel like the world is on top of you. How are you going to juggle everything? How are you going to do everything? My guest today is going to show you how to get it done. She has the recipe to help you figure it out. I'm joking. She's also struggling figuring it out also, but she's a human and she's willing to share her story. I bring you the amazing Leah Beverly.
Hi, this is exciting.
I can tell you're excited. I love it.
I'm excited. I like talking. I don't.
Do you?
I guess so. Maybe that's why I'm a lawyer. I don't know. I'm actually an introvert, but I like to talk, so it's kind of weird.
That is
it's kind of
interesting because I don't know if I'm introvert or extrovert, but outro is it intro,
extra,
whatever
introvert,
they are.
yeah.
See, I don't even mess with titles.
I
I feel sometimes I am too introverted, but I don't mind talking.
Yeah.
When needed, though, I think I'm good at reading a room and knowing when to talk.
Yes.
And what to talk about. Because there's some people who just go in and they just ramble just to talk, just to hear themselves.
Right.
I don't like hearing myself.
I think my social battery is like 2 hours. That's about how much I can give.
Damn. That's good.
Then I'm like super gung-ho for two hours, and I'm like, don't talk to me again for the rest of the day.
So we initially met years ago when I was working at Orange Theory.
Yes.
And you were coming there. That's how I initially got to recognize, to meet you, come across you, know who you are, what you do. And I still only know little bits and pieces that you are an attorney. And we'll dive in a little bit to that journey, how you got to there, where you're at now. For those people who do not know you, how would you introduce yourself and tell us who you were?
I think if I were to introduce myself, I would say, my name's Leah, and I wear a lot of hats. And I'm just a mom who's trying to figure out where I'm going and trying to find my place and work this thing out through life and trying to move on to every next phase in my life. But enjoying it. I think I'm at a really good place in my life right now.
Really?
So it's a hard place because I have young kids and I'm still building certain things in my life, but I am trying to really more live in the moment. So I think I'm in a really good place right now. Yeah. That
and
takes
then
a
you
while.
are an attorney.
I
or a
am
lawyer.
an attorney.
I don't know. I forgot the difference.
Same difference.
Same difference, right?
Well,
okay.
same thing.
Okay.
Right? Like, doesn't terminology.
And how long have you been practicing law?
Since 2011.
Okay.
Yeah.
14 years.
Long time. Seems like a long time. I came here from Atlanta. So I went to Spelman for undergrad.
Hey, HBCU.
Yeah,
hey,
all
turn
the
up.
way.
BLM.
The number one HBCU.
You out here.
Yeah.
The HBCU.
The only HBCU. Okay. The number one. So I came from Atlanta.
Were you in a sorority?
No. And I wasn't in a sorority because Spelman's an all-girls school.
Yeah.
And I felt like it was, and it's small, right?
Yeah.
So I felt like it was already kind of sorority-like.
I didn't know Spelman was only women.
All girls. And
Is there all men?
Yes, Morehouse.
Awesome. I didn't never knew that till
Yes.
now. Mind
so
blown.
it's called the Atlanta University Center, and it's 3 schools. So there's Spelman, all girls, Morehouse, all boys, and then at the top is Clark Atlanta, which is the co-ed one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my husband went to Morehouse, so we're what we call a spell house couple. It's a really big thing at our school. Just go with it. Okay? Very big thing. And then I went to University of Georgia for law school. And then I was
University
like,
of Georgia. That's Bulldogs?
Bulldogs.
Okay.
I wish I was more excited about it, but
Yeah, I'm not huge on
Yeah.
sports like that, but
yeah,
I get
it's
it.
like I was in law school, so I just wanted to get out of law school, and I probably should have participated in more activities at the University of Georgia. But and then I was just like, I want to move to Vegas. I always thought
Why Vegas?
I used to come to Vegas like 4 or 5 times a year. Like I had a family member that lived here, and she was a few years older than me, but we would come. She lived here, but I would come to Vegas all the time. I just really liked being close to California, but not in California. I really liked the West Coast. I thought Phoenix was a good place too.
Oh, yeah.
And so when I graduated from law school, I first went to California and I took the bar exam in California first, and I couldn't find a job out there. So I was like, well, I'm just going to go stay with my cousin for a little bit in Las Vegas. I already liked Vegas and loved it so much. I got a job in the DA's office and just been here ever since. And I love it here.
Wow.
Yeah, I really
And you're
like
originally
Vegas.
from San Antonio.
Yes, and it's funny because I say I'm from San Antonio, but I'm really from nowhere because we moved around a lot when I was a
Military?
kid. No, my mom worked. She was a vice president of sales, and she worked for a company, and she was in sales, and she moved wherever her major customer was. So I was born in California. We moved to Texas. We moved to St. Louis. We moved to Johannesburg, South Africa.
What?
We moved back to Texas, and then I moved to Atlanta.
So where'd you go to high school? Texas?
I started in South Africa, in Johannesburg for 1 year, and then I came back to San Antonio for the second time and finished out high school.
All right. So when you finished high school, at what point or moment did you decide you're going to Spelman?
I knew for a long
Already,
time.
like since you were a kid?
Yeah,
like, young?
well, not since I was a kid, but we had family members or friends whose daughters had gone to Spelman, and I remember I went to visit one of them, and I was just like, yeah, 100%.
Wow.
I actually only applied to 3 colleges, Spelman, Hampton, and then I started applying for Washington University in St. Louis, but I got into Spelman early admission. So I was like, yeah, 100%, 1,000%. Best decision of my life.
When it came to law, when did you know you were going to go that route? Before you went to Spelman or while you were there?
You know, I really didn't know until I was like a junior in college.
Really?
And I just felt like I didn't want to be a doctor. I didn't really know what I wanted to get a master's degree in. And so I was like, I think that law school will buy me some time. Because I feel like if you get a law degree, that you can do a lot of different things with that, business, a variety of different things. So I was like, I wasn't really ready to graduate college. I was having such a good time. So I was like, well, okay, what can I do that's not too long, like medical school? But I didn't know what I wanted to get a master's in. So I'm like, I'm just going to go to law school and see what happens. So I went to law school.
Damn, in Georgia. And was that the only option?
I think I applied to like 15, 20 law schools.
Really?
I was very, very smart. Excuse me. I was like number 5 in my class graduating from college, but I was never a good test taker, like standardized test taker. So when it came to the LSAT, which is the exam to get you into law school, I did not do well on that at all. I didn't do well on the SAT. I didn't do well on the ACT. I just never did well on standardized testing. I was just pretty average with that, which I think is fine. I'm not really a super big fan of standardized tests, but I was always like very high up in my regular classes. So when I was applying to law school, the problem was I didn't have a high LSAT score. And so the college that I thought I wanted to go to, the law school was Emory. But I didn't get in. It's in Atlanta. Because I wanted to stay in Atlanta. I loved Atlanta. I wanted to stay in Atlanta, but I didn't get in. And so I did get into the University of Georgia. And I was like, well, that's only about an hour and a half from Atlanta. So I'll just go there.
Okay.
So.
Damn. And at what point did you meet your now husband?
We met when I was a freshman in college.
Oh, wow.
He was a senior in college.
Are they close to schools?
Yeah, like across the parking lot.
What?
Yes.
What's the point of separating them then?
It's
they
just
be
tradition.
Fast anyway.
Tradition, yeah.
Wow.
It's a very, very traditional school. So we met, and when he first met me, he'll really deny this, but he said,
"Okay,
I swear to God,
let's hear.
I'm gonna marry her."
Okay.
And I said, he was not my type. Like, I mean, I guess I didn't really have a type when I was a freshman in college, but I was just like, okay, I was really into the college experience. Like me and my best friend who I met the first day of college, and we're still thick as thieves today. We were like it. So I was not really interested in anybody. And so he graduated but he was still in Atlanta. So our school is very, very close. Like one thing about Spelman and Morehouse is like to this day, the school and the people that go to the school are very, very close. We go to homecoming every single year. We wear the paraphernalia.
Yeah.
We are kids. It's a really big thing. And so maybe like after I graduated from college, he looked like he had a 401k at that point. And so I got interested. I got interested.
Maybe he is my type.
Yeah. He was looking more like my type at that time, you know? And so I moved to Vegas after law school, and then he was living in New York. And I was like, well, I'm not moving. Because when you are a lawyer, you have to take the bar exam.
Yeah.
Right? And so I took the California bar exam and I took the Nevada bar exam, and I passed both of them, but it's a very, very stressful and crazy process. And so I was like, I'm not going to take another bar, right? I was not interested in that. So I was like, listen, you have a job in sales. I have a job where I can't really move other than California without taking another bar exam. So if you want to be together, then you're going to have to move here. And guess what? He moved here. And then my parents moved here too.
Wow.
So
well, he was in sales.
He's in sales.
Wow. What a great, what's the name again?
What's his name?
Yeah.
Scott
Beverly.
Yeah. Scott Haslerig.
Oh, it's not Beverly?
Yeah, I didn't like his last name. So
What is it?
Haslerig.
Like
German.
Is he German?
No, he's black.
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe
down
somewhere down the line. I don't really know.
Or something.
But I didn't like his last name, and I was like, so I did change for my kids' purposes, like legally, but I had already been like, by the time we got married,
I already had your brand.
I already had my brand. So he got over it. At first, he was really upset about it.
I was already established as the Leah Beverly.
Right. He didn't like it at first, but he got over it. Because, I mean, you know, who cares? But
that's a great man right there.
Yeah. He's pretty great.
Planted that seed as a freshman.
Yeah.
And then 5 years later, moved across the country.
Yeah, he would deny that, but he knew what time it was. He knew the life he wanted.
I need to get him on hear both sides of the story.
Oh my goodness, you wouldn't even get a chance to talk. He's in sales. He could sell water to a fish.
Really?
Yeah,
I need to talk to him because I'm not in sales, but sales is part of what I do.
Yeah,
that's something I need to learn.
He's really good at that. So we're very different. Like, I mean, complete opposites.
Really?
I'm not sure.
Who's the funny one?
I think he's the funny one.
At least you're honest. Okay.
Yeah, I think that people would probably like him more than, we're just very different, you know? And I think people are like, how are you guys still married? Because we're just complete opposites. But I don't want to be with someone like me.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I don't want someone who's rigid and A-type, and like, that would never work either.
You're A-type.
Very A-type.
Let me ask you this.
Scary A-type.
Do you think you're hyper-independent?
Yes.
Really?
Very much so. Like, almost to the point of detriment. Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Therapy works, you know?
Yeah. Where do you think that came from?
You know, my mom, let me not blame everything on my mom. No, my mom was, back in the 90s, she was climbing the corporate ladder, right? And I think back in that time, it was very difficult for a Black woman in the position that she was to climb that ladder, right? There was so much that she had to do. And so I think I get the positive aspects of that from her, because she just, I mean, tirelessly worked, but then she was always at all my activities. Never missed an activity. Like, I couldn't fathom, I can't even to this day fathom how she made all that work, because times were very different. There wasn't work from home. There wasn't, you know, you were there and you had to do things to work your way up, and she did all that. And then my dad, because my parents are still married, they've been married for over 40 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and my dad is just like my husband, and he's sacrificed so much for my mom's career, because when we moved to South Africa, this was back in the 90s, only one person could have a visa to work. One expatriate could have a visa to work. So when my mom brought the idea to him, like, listen, they want me to move to Johannesburg, South Africa. We were living in St. Louis at the time, but you're not going to be able to work because you can only get one working visa. So you're going to have to stay at home. And he was like, yes, absolutely. And so he went to college. He sacrificed what he was doing for the betterment of the family. So I think that is something that I'm like, wow. And my mom never used that against, my mom never made him feel like less than that. And so I think I'm hyper independent, but I try to look at them and like rein that in and see the sacrifices that my dad make and how selfless he was in combination with how strong my mom was. So I try to reel it in a little bit, because I don't want my husband ever feeling like I'm too independent. There's nothing wrong with being independent, by the way.
No, of course not.
No.
No.
But there's compromise, right? Like if you're so independent that you're not willing to compromise and you're not willing to make adjustments, like it's not going to work.
It can make the partner, whoever's a hyper independent, can make the partner feel unsure of when to take the lead or when they can step in. They might step back like, well, she's independent. Leah's got it. I don't need to do X, Y, and Z. Then on the other end, you're going to think like, why is he not doing? Yes. And it's like, it's almost like a mind game. He's like, well,
it's a mind game.
I'm trying to understand, but you don't seem like you need the help.
Yeah.
So I think hyper independent people, not just women, can be misunderstood.
Yes.
And thinking they got it all together. It's good. They don't need help or anything like that. What do you think? How have you been able to, or at what point did you kind of realize it?
It's been many years of me having to say to myself, you have to let people do it the way that they do it, right? Just because it's not the way that I would do it doesn't mean it's wrong, right? So and I'm just going to use laundry as an example, right? Like if he doesn't do it the way that I want or the way that I would do it, it doesn't mean that it's wrong, right? So like in the beginning of our relationship, I'd be like freaking out about that and I'll just do it myself. And then he's like, okay, just do it then. And, it took many years of just telling myself like, you have to let people do things the way that they want to do it. It does, just because they're not doing it the way that you want doesn't mean that they're doing it wrong or they're doing it bad. And so I have to really constantly remind myself that even with my kids, I'm like, just because he's not doing drop off the way that I would do drop off, they got there. They made it to school on time, right? So I think that's more of a me issue because he does everything. He does. Yeah. We're both working parents, right? And I think that's becoming more and more prevalent in today's society. Like both people are working, and so not only the share of actual work, but the household work too is split between the people, so I have to let him do it the way that he wants to do it. Let me
ask you this. Is your laundry and closet, everything, is it color coordinated?
How did you guess? It is. Most of the time, right? I think everything has a place. Like I like my pantry color coordinated. Does
everything have to face forward?
Yeah, of course. Yes. It's OCD. I know it sounds wild.
So, let me ask you this. Is color coordinated, is it also like activity coordinated? Like these are my courtroom dresses. These are my going out. This is really? Wow.
Yes.
Good for you.
Pretty much. I like things. I think everything has a place and everything.
I don't think you're wrong.
I mean, but his side of the closet looks very different, but that's okay. It's okay. If we were the same, I always remind myself, like, I don't want to be with someone like me. I think it's important to have the yin and the yang. So, but.
Well, I'm not in no long-term anything relationship to speak on it, but I would like to think for people with partner-wise, the most important things are the values, the character.
Yes.
Right? Like if he has the same core values as you.
Yes.
The characters of compassion, integrity, those things, it's more important than the external.
Absolutely. It's,
you know what I mean?
1,000% more important. The most important thing to me is partnership, right? Like I didn't get married to be a single parent, if that makes sense. And I admire single parents so much, but that's not what I signed up for. So I can tolerate a lot of things, and I'm sure he tolerates a lot of things about me, but I'm sure probably way more than I tolerate. But one thing that I think we both don't tolerate is a lack of partnership. So everyone has to contribute. And sometimes it's never going to be 50-50. That is a lie. It's impossible for in a relationship to be 50-50. Sometimes it's going to be 80-20 on one side. Another time it might be 60-40, but there has to be a level of partnership. And one thing I'm not willing to tolerate is a lack of partnership because that's not what I signed up for. So.
Wow. And it's kind of great that, I can't speak on it exactly, but I would like to think it was good that you guys kind of made the decision to get together. Him moving was when you were done with law school.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure that part of life, school and then law school, is like a very busy, mentally, emotionally time.
Absolutely.
To where you probably wouldn't have the energy to dive into a relationship.
Absolutely.
Wow.
We both wanted the same things in life. So, I mean, it's difficult. It's difficult being married. It's difficult having kids. It's difficult working. It's difficult trying to build a business. But if you have a level of partnership, then it's a little bit easier. because you can rely on someone and you're working towards the same things.
So now with your career,
Yeah.
you finished Spelman, you finished University of Georgia.
Yes.
You moved to Vegas. You said your first job you mentioned was at the DA's office.
Yep. First job for the longest time, 12 years. I was a DA here in Clark County, and I did all types of crimes. I ended with doing gang crimes, murder crimes. And then it just got kind of tiring.
Yeah.
It's, when you have kids, I think that just for me, at least, I had worked very, very hard. I had kids maybe 5-6 years into being a lawyer. And so my priorities shifted a little bit, and being a criminal lawyer can be very draining because everything's an emergency. Everything is if you don't do this, somebody could be in jail. If you don't do this, somebody could get injured.
High stakes.
Very high stakes all the time. They call it the emergency room of the law because it's always something going on. And I remember one of the things I had to do when I was doing gang crimes is that we had to have a phone on us at all times for a period of time. And I remember I got a call on Christmas Day, and I was at church. Excuse me. And I was I had to leave, I had to leave my family on Christmas Day. And I just felt I think that was kind of it for me. And so I left.
Yeah.
And I did some other things. And then now I do kind of more employment law. And then I opened my business. I really wanted to open a business. And I've always been into party planning. I think it's kind of ironic because it's got the opposite side of my brain. I'm so A-type, which maybe works with party planning. But in college, I would throw parties. I was always very big into helping my friends do events. And so I really wanted to open a business. And so I didn't think that was going to work with the type of demands that criminal law requires.
At what point did you, or how does that work? I don't know how it works. You decided what kind of, so DA, you're pretty much the prosecutor, right?
Yeah, I was a prosecutor.
So when you finished law school, did you know that's where you wanted to go, or you kind of were trying to get your first job?
Yeah, I did know I wanted to be a prosecutor because when I was in law school, I just thought it was very interesting, and it is interesting.
You're the bad guy. No, you're not the bad guy, but to a criminal you are.
Yeah, what's funny is that they don't really think the prosecutors are the bad people. They think their defense attorneys are the bad people because their defense attorneys have promised them a certain result, I'm going to get you bail or I'm going to get this sentence lowered. From my experience, the defendants were usually she's doing her job. She's supposed to be mad at me, right? She's supposed to prosecute me. My defense attorney is supposed to get me off. And when I don't get off, I'm mad at them. So, but I knew I wanted to be a prosecutor. And when I was in law school, there were programs available for people that wanted to be a prosecutor. And so I took advantage of those. I thought criminal law was very interesting. And so straight out of law school, first job out of law school, and stayed there for 12 years. So
man, it's got to be, because I'm sure you learn strategies and things like that, right? To get them, but yeah, because I'm thinking about movies, and I mean, obviously it's not the same.
Yeah,
make that clear. I'm not going to compare, but just off certain, or even the OJ show.
Yeah,
when I watched it, the more recent one that came out, and they were just showing the defense and Johnny Cochran and everybody, the angles they take and how they kind of put it together, and it's so crazy that how it says it's what you can prove in court.
It's not what happened; it's about what you can prove. Yeah.
You make that one mistake or you have that wrong strategy, somebody's getting free or somebody's going down that shouldn't have.
Yeah, that's why it's such high stakes. It's so, but it's interesting work, and every day was something new, and I was really good at it, so it was hard to leave because I had been there it was my first job at a law school, and I was good at it and I liked it. But in life priorities shift, and that's okay. It's okay to pivot. And I'm in my late 20s and now almost into my 30s went on, I'm learning more and more that it is okay to pivot. I thought for sure I'm going to retire from here and this is going to be, I'm going to be here. And then things just change.
Is there a ranking in the DA's office? You go up to a certain point?
Yeah, you can
years?
Go, the highest is kind of being on the homicide unit. And I had kind of reached that.
Okay.
And the next step is like running for office, like the actual
Hey,
DA, or judge. And I was
Judge
not into
Beverly?
that. I was not into it. Not into it at all. I am not into just me personally. I'm not, you have to campaign and you have to do all these things. And I just,
politics.
that was not, I'm not into politics really. So.
Did you ever, so I'm in court, you get up and speak and be like, Your Honor, it's so crazy because knowing you in Orange Theory in classes, so sweet, nice. And I didn't to think like you in there getting criminals.
I think I'm a beast in the court.
Wow.
I'm pretty like, I know my juries would tell me like, wow, that was so good. You know, I'm not to brag, but I was good at my job. You know, I was good at explaining legal concepts and watering them down to the jury. And I was good at putting cases together. But again, it's the type of facts that you hear in criminal law, the violence, it just over time, it's really pretty draining.
Was there ever a case that you didn't win and like it was like not super defeating, but you were kind of like, damn.
Yes, several.
Really?
I remember this one case I had where it was going to be hard to win, just the way the facts were. And it was a mom, her daughter got shot in the head, and it was a cold case. And some new stuff came out, and the Metro reopened the case, but it was still going to be very, very difficult. It was like maybe 10, 15-year-old case that had been cold for a long time. And so took it all the way to trial, and I had a feeling like he was going to get found not guilty. And he did. He got found not guilty. That's what happens. And I think what was difficult was like the pain in that woman's face, because she had already lost her child, and then it got reopened 15 years later. So she's like reliving all of these things.
Probably a little bit of hope, like
hope that maybe this might be it, and that he's going to be held accountable, and it didn't happen that way, and that was difficult. Like, people lose cases. That's just, it's not just because it seems like a good case or a bad case. It can go either way, right? And so I thought that was very tragic for her family.
What about on the flip side? You ever had one where you kind of...
I've had cases I thought I was going to lose, and I won. Because, I mean, juries are very unpredictable. Yeah. Like, they will get things right for the wrong reasons and wrong for the right reasons. So it's like, I've had many cases where I'm like, oh, yeah, this is going to be a loser. And I won. So... and I don't say I won because it's not about me winning. Yeah. It's about justice, you know, but things happen in criminal law. And it's when you lose in criminal law, it's like you're dealing with people's freedom, right? It's not like civil law where we're talking about money, right? You're dealing with people's lives, and not only the person who's being accused, but also your victims too, right? Like, you're dealing with their lives too, and their emotions and their, what's going to happen with them. And so it's very emotional on both sides. So whether it's someone getting their car stolen or a homicide, I mean, it seems simple, like, oh, someone got their car stolen, it's not that big of a deal. Well, you don't know if that person drove that car to their job and they don't have any other means. And so that was their means. So it's very
I got a question.
Emotional. Yeah.
When you're in court, right, and you have a situation, criminal, and you have the opportunity to speak to the defendant, do you, I don't say get excited, but you kind of be like, oh yeah, I'm about to eat this motherfucker up?
It doesn't happen very often.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, unless they take the stand.
Yeah.
At which point you're questioning them, but to just talk to them, it's happened before where I flipped people, like where I've had snitches and I've talked to them.
Oh wow.
And that's kind of fun, but I mean. You know, it doesn't happen very often where you can communicate with them because they have a lawyer. So,
well, I'm in court.
Yeah. Not really.
Because I remember I was in jail, and what was this case for? Oh, I had taken a friend's car without asking. I got on probation. They took me to jail because I violated probation, and they went through my phone and saw all this stuff, selling drugs. All these things. So I'm in jail for my hearing after 3 weeks. Yeah. For the judge to decide, am I going to let you out, or am I going to
like a bail hearing?
Put you in take your probation away. You're going to do a year.
Revoke it? Okay, yeah.
So I'm nervous. And then my public defender comes up to me and I express everything. And she's like, look, there's one thing that's, worrying me that's they're bringing up, that you might have a gun. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So I'm guessing in my text, I might have jokingly said some things with friends. So they had on paper that I had a gun. They blew up a picture from my phone. I saw it from where I was sitting, on their table. Blew it up towards me at the club with a bottle. And I was supposed to be inside a curfew.
Yeah.
And this judge in particular, curfew was like her thing, I guess. So I'm looking, I'm like, and the public defender telling me this, I'm like, no, like, she's trying to tell me to just take that loss and go to jail. At that point, I'd been in there for 1 month, so I'm like, fuck, I'll do like another 7, 8.
Serve, yeah.
And it dawned on me, I'm like, nah, like I didn't do these things. Like they're adding extras. Like I want to let me speak. And she looked, pointed at the guy, I guess the DA.
Yeah.
It's like, if you do, you're gonna go up against him speaking wise, or I guess I don't know how it worked.
Yeah.
So the DA, the judge, public defender, all going back and forth. Well, Your Honor, he was out selling drugs, and he's supposed to be curfew, and then this. And the judge shut it down. It's like, look, I heard enough. You're gonna get 30 days in jail. You'll get back on probation. I'm like, cool. I've been here for 3 weeks.
Credit, yeah.
I'm like, so I get out in a week? She's like, no, starting today.
Yeah,
I was
that
like,
happens.
oh.
Yeah.
So then I did the whole month of December. So I did almost 2 months in total and got out New Year's 2016 and back on probation for another year and a half.
Yeah.
But that's why I asked that, because I was low-key nervous. I'm like, damn, I got to speak and not go against him, but
well,
he's
your
gonna
lawyer's
challenge.
if he's good,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
That happens.
So with all the homicide and criminal, right? It's like, or gangs, that's like a lot of heavy stuff you've seen and hearing.
Yeah.
Was it hard when you left there to leave that?
It wasn't hard leaving that type of crimes. It was hard leaving something that was very comfortable to me.
No, I meant leaving, like while you're still in it, like going home to your husband, going home to the kid. Like, was it hard to kind of
sometimes
check out and check into mom mode?
Sometimes, yes.
Wow.
Luckily at the time, my daughter was pretty young. And then when I had my son, it was COVID. Like COVID had just started. So I started working from home, so that was easier. But I'm pretty good at compartmentalizing things. Like and I don't know if this is good or bad, but in my life in general, I'm pretty good at compartmentalizing. So I could be having like the worst day and have to take a test, and I'll ace it.
No, you won't. You're not good at tests.
Yeah, I'm not good at standardized tests.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm really good at. I passed the bar of flying colors because it wasn't a standardized test.
Oh.
You could learn the material.
Okay.
You could memorize the material. So I was good at that. But I'm always very good at compartmentalizing. So I never really had too many issues with that because I could kind of turn it off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I know, because I had on here Danielle Miller. Shout out to Danielle
I
Miller.
love her. She's so great.
Personal injury attorneys out here in Las Vegas.
I love her.
You need a personal injury attorney, holla at Danielle Miller. This podcast is sponsored by her.
I would definitely hire her.
She's amazing.
She's amazing.
And I've gotten to get more acquainted with her over the past year or two, as she started her own firm and stuff.
Yes.
And man, she doesn't fuck around when it comes to what she does.
Yeah.
She's very structured and very, one thing that
she was at that gym at 5 a.m. I'm like, if she's here, I got to be here too. I got to be here too.
Exactly. That's one thing I did notice about her. When I very first worked at Orange Theory, every day, 5 a.m., she didn't miss. When she would miss, it was kind of like, are you okay?
Are you okay?
Is everything going on? Like,
so true.
Even now, she takes my class still now, but she don't fuck around when it comes to her routine.
Yeah. Yes.
So I knew when it came to business, she's the same way. But one thing about her is, because we're friends now, and she's very big on, she loves, I guess, writing.
Okay.
Because I guess part of the job.
Lots of writing.
Yeah, and grammar and stuff.
Yeah.
So whenever I say anything, it will irk her soul. Like, it's not you saw, it's you, or it's not you seen her. You saw her.
Yeah, yeah.
I said it one time, she almost lost her shit. Like, hey, that's not how you.
Yes.
Which I think is great because I mean, if you can, a lot of stuff in the world is about how you speak.
Definitely.
How you deliver messages the right way. Speaking is what takes you from a pay raise.
Absolutely.
A relationship starting, ending.
Absolutely.
Getting a business deal. Getting
absolutely
the way you speak. And we don't think about that sometimes. And a lot of us don't even work on it.
Absolutely.
Communication. It's wild.
And I 100% agree. Like now I own a business. And what's interesting about business is that people have short-term memory, right? So communication and getting back to people and communicating with people, it's everything. It's the crux of business. And I think anybody who owns a business would say that, like, people have fleeting memories. And if you don't get back to them, if you don't communicate with them, if you're not on it, why would they choose your business?
Period.
So
you got to be able to bug them.
Yeah, have to.
What I got lucky is that when I was working at Orange Theory, I first started at the front desk, and you know Max and Steph.
Yeah.
So Max
I'm
was my
obsessed
boss
with
at the
Stephanie.
time.
Obsessed with her.
He was my boss at the time, and he would have me doing all these cold calls from people who took a class 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I would call and call and call, and every so often you get a yes.
Yep.
So when I moved on and started working my own personal training business, that's how I move now.
Right.
You take one session with me, you watch my story.
Yes.
That's what I do.
I
go through my stories and I see who watches. People might think I'm crazy, but I see who watches, and I go to their page. And I'm okay. They work out, and I'll reach out to them.
No, you literally have to.
I don't care. I'll reach out there. I bug people. So you block me.
Have to.
You have to block
because that's just the way it is. So the business I own now, it's a birthday party venue, and we do all kind of special events. It's like a content studio too, and I have a system in place of like follow up. Like it's really, really important to me, because why should I have to reach out to them? It's my obligation to reach people, to market myself, market my business. Me and my business partner, she's actually in sales too, and that's really what she's very good at, like the marketing and putting yourselves out there. And it's crazy, like I'm not like a big TikToker, but I'm like you have to do so many different things to reach people, and if you're not willing to do that, then I don't know what's going to happen with your business, because that's just the way it is now. I mean,
man, similar to what you're just saying, I go to the farmer's market often.
Yes.
To me, that's how I pay my tithes.
Yeah.
I go Saturdays
really
Summerlin, Sunday Uncommons. To me, I go and support small businesses. Sometimes there's some things I want, sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
If the person can sell me on it, or if I can show they're giving energy,
absolutely,
I'll buy it and maybe use it, maybe get somebody. But there's so many times I'll go there and I'm walking and there's some people just sitting on their phones, looking down, kind of just look at you. I'm like, bro, there's 5 of you here, the same business. Why? You need to tell me why I'm gonna buy from you.
Right. What makes you different?
There's a guy there. I don't know his name, but I've seen him the past 3 years. He sells baklava. He's amazing.
Yeah.
You hear from across the damn thing, have you tried my baklava?
Right.
So I go every Saturday. I would literally go buy some baklava, talk to him about sales.
Yes.
And he gave me so many cool little tips about sales. He's from Georgia, the country, not the city, not the state. Best baklava. But yeah, I get surprised. I'm like, you're a small business. You need to be hunting people down, kind of like those people in the malls with the shoe shining, with the shoe cleaning.
Have to. It's wild. And I mean, that's difficult for me, because I'm an A-type personality. I think I'm an introvert, but I have to really go out of my comfort zone. And that kind of goes back to the whole pivoting thing. It's like, you have to be able, if you want to make something work, you have to pivot. You have to go outside your comfort zone. You have to do things that typically may not feel comfortable to you. But if it's something you want, you got to go for it, and then you have to try different avenues, and you have to see what's working, and you have to make changes and figure out what's going to work or not. I heard this quote from, I don't know if it was, I think it was Ice Cube. And he was like, if you're not willing to put 5 years into something, don't even start, because things are not going to come immediately. I really struggle with that, because I've always had I've always gone through life pretty easily, right? Like, I've had challenges, but not huge challenges. And when I started my business, it was like, what is going on? Like, why is this not immediately successful? Why is this not going the way I think it was going to go? And then I heard this, the quote from Ice Cube. He's like, you have to be willing to put in 5 years to something. Like, you have to grind, and you have to try things, or don't even start. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it 5 years.
Yeah, you need to give it more, because
I'm gonna give it more, because it's gonna work out.
Think about how long it took you to get that first DA job.
Right.
You had to go 4 years. Then you had to go to law school. I don't know how long that was.
3 more years. Yes,
that's almost
exactly.
7 years before you got the job to make the good money and do everything.
Exactly. And that's what I always say. I'm like, when I get myself in my head about, like, why isn't this going a particular way? It's going good, but why isn't it where I, in my mind, envision it should be? I'm like, well, I didn't become a lawyer overnight. That took 7 years. So
think about this. Would you even be prepared for that kind of flow.
Right.
So now,
so
somebody sees this. All of a sudden, tomorrow you wake up, you got 100 calls.
Right.
Do you have the
I don't
employee?
know.
Do you have the supply? Exactly. So when people go into business or any ventures, they think, oh, they want to hit it. Bro, you blow up the next day, you're not even going to be ready for that kind of flow. You need to grow through the pain of going from 10 customers to 15 to 30 to 40 to where at that point now you build systems to where you have the 100. A friend of mine, Zach, he owns a restaurant here called Hibachi House, hibachi business. He was telling me how you know who Keith Lee is?
Yes, I do.
So there were situations where, he pops up, he doesn't tell you. He kind of pops up, and with his following, they blow up. And he was like, there's been situations to where people blow up, but they don't even got the employees on deck. They don't got the supplies ready for that blow up.
It's so true.
It sounds good.
It's right.
Until it's in your face. And now they're going to look at you like, oh, you're not even hyped.
Right.
Like,
if you're not ready,
not ready.
And I 100% agree with that because I don't know if, I hope I'd be ready.
You better start talking to ChatGPT.
I better go. I got to go back to work.
We need a backup plan in case.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely true. You don't know when something's going to pop up. And so you have to go through that grind. And now I'm kind of enjoying the grind. Yeah. I'm like, I kind of am starting to see, like I was just telling my husband this the other day and my business partner, I was like, I'm starting to see the brand grow. And I'm like so excited about it. Like, because I was really depressed about it. I was just like, year one, I'm like, what? No, I built this beautiful thing and I just like, what's going on? And now I'm starting to see the growth and I'm like, okay, maybe I never paid myself in my business, like me or my business partner, like I pay my employees, but it's been 2 years, we haven't paid ourselves. But I'm finally starting to see like growth, and I'm like so excited about that. I hope it keeps going. So
ain't no hope, believe.
It is. Yeah. I'm manifesting.
That's something I just thought about the other day. I was going in and out. These ideas just come to me sometimes, Leah.
I love that.
I'm somewhat of a genius. But I was thinking about the difference between hope and belief, right? Hope is something you kind of gotta, other things outside gotta fall into place for it to happen. When you believe, it's more internal. It's more powerful. Like when I fell out a 4-story window and I'm in the hospital and I couldn't walk, I didn't hope one day that I was gonna be walking again. I really believed. I was like, you know what? I'm getting out of here.
It's gonna happen.
And it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
When you believe it, it's like I said, it's internal. It's like nothing's gonna stop you from making it happen.
Yeah. 100%.
And when you hope, it's kind of like, well, if this guy does that and she does this, then I hope it does. Like, no, you got to believe it.
Yeah.
When you're looking for growth, change, business, you got to believe it's going to come and going to happen, but also understand it's not going to happen in the way you want it, in the time frame you want it.
Yes.
Everything you're saying about your business is literally what the podcast is about. It's BambooSZN of planting that seed a year ago of your business, not knowing when or how it's going to grow.
Right.
But now you just said, I'm starting to see it. You're starting to see that little leaf pop out.
Yes.
And it's not hoping. You believe the foot of bamboo is about to grow in the next coming years.
Yes.
If you continue to do the work that you should be doing.
Absolutely. And we, and that's what I'm just like, stay the course. Like that's what me and my business partner talk about all the time is like, when we started this, we had we believed in this. Like, and just because things are challenging, like we got to stay the course, like stay the course. Both of us have such a strong work ethic, and I don't think you can teach a work ethic, right? And so if we just stay the course, and it may not turn out the way we want, but I believe that it is. And I know that if I stay the course, it will work out the way it's supposed to work out, right? Whatever that may be. But I feel very content and happy in my life right now and where we're at and where we can be. Not just in my business, but in my personal life too. I mean, there's growth in my marriage. Like, my kids are getting older and I'm like it's funny. I'm finally starting to get to the point with my kids where we're like enjoying vacations now, right? Where there's no more car seats. There's no more, they can do fun things. And I'm like, oh, this is like a really good time for me.
Yeah.
Like, it's so fun. And now I'm like, it's going so fast. Things are happening really fast. And there's a lot of challenges and it's hard and we're working and we're trying to manage everything. But we just went to Vancouver and it was just like a really good time. Like the kids were old enough to understand what was going on. And, me and my husband were getting along. And so it was like a really good time. And I'm like, I'm really trying to cherish those moments and really live in where I'm at right now because it's such a good time.
Yeah.
So
with you, real quick, back to the attorney life,
yeah,
there's not many female or black females at that.
yeah.
Was that ever pressure on you when you were an attorney as a black female in the room? Like, I got to show up differently. I got to do more work.
What I think about that is that I think Black women in general, it's difficult for Black women because you're either a bitch or you're too aggressive, or if you have an opinion, that's not okay, or you have to comfort other people while suppressing your own feelings. So I think that's just in general that's just the plight of the Black woman. Like so maybe if I say something assertive, I'm not being a bitch. I'm allowed to say something assertive. I'm allowed to express my opinion. So listen, you're going to get what you get. You can like it or not. I don't really care. So you're going to get what you get from me. I'm the same across the board. So I think that's just a difficulty for Black women in general in any kind of, especially like executive type business.
Well, I believe times like that are changing.
Yeah.
To where more people are understanding that shouldn't be the narrative.
Right.
And then more people on the flip side, Black women, Black people, okay with being them.
Yeah.
You know, like that's what you have to be more so. What has to switch is for Black people is it's okay to be you.
Right.
Without let them think what they want, whatever, but you still got to show up because people are going to like you for that.
Right.
Like 100 people are going to always like you for you, and people are not going to like you for you.
Right.
And you got to be okay with that. I know for me, when it came to even fitness, working at Orange Theory, I know my style of music, my style of talking, whatever, it ain't going to work for everybody.
Right.
I really don't care.
That's okay.
There's other classes you can take.
Right.
Because there's other people who are going to come for that specific reason.
Right. Everyone's not going to like you.
At all. I don't want them to.
Everyone's not going to support your business. And that's okay. Keep moving forward. That's all you can really do.
I remember one woman I got wind of because when it comes to Orange Theory and things like that, other coaches talk, the essays talk. I remember one woman, she was saying how she didn't like come to my class because she felt like it was a drill sergeant.
Don't come.
And I'm like, don't come. I'm not here to
come.
be your friend. I'm here to make sure you do work. You paid and you're showing up.
Right.
I don't believe in that saying. Don't respect anybody, but I don't believe in the saying of the hardest part was showing up.
No.
I don't believe in that. I'm on your ass. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to show up for yourself.
Absolutely.
The hardest part is putting the work in while you're in there.
Right.
And that's what my job is. And it's crazy because there's other people who would say they would come to my class because of that.
Yeah.
They know if I'm not in my class, they're probably going to coast it a little bit. They know what coaches will allow them to, kind of chill. I'm not for that shit. I don't care what you've been through.
I mean, to be honest, that's why I started going to Orange Theory. I have been there for like 8 years now. It's the only thing I've been able to sustain. Like, I'm not self-motivated to work out. Like, I wish I could afford a personal trainer because that's the next point in my life. But I need someone to be like on my ass because I'm not self-motivated at all when it comes to that. And so it's really been the only thing I've been able to maintain. And especially I'm a 5 a.m.er too. And it's the same group of people, 5 a.m.ers. And I mean, if you've been there for a while and you're missing, they care about you. And like Stephanie, I mean, I'm obsessed with her. I love her so much. And she used to be like, where are you? Not what's going on? And I'm like, oh, I'm on vacation. She's like, okay, I'll see you next week. She would be on you. And it's like, that's something that I personally need. I need that external motivation for that portion of my life.
No, yeah, I love it. I used to love having you and Danielle in class. I was like, damn, 2 Black lawyers out here.
Yeah, Deb.
At 5 a.m. Deb
used to be there.
She still does, I think.
Yeah. I changed. I go to Summerlin now, but same group. I know because I moved. Now it's like 5 minutes from my house. It's still a 5 a.m.er though.
Anyway, I was wondering, I never seen it, but I don't even, I'm not that up there anyway, so I don't care. With your business now, so you opened a party planning business.
Yeah.
During the first year, what was something that maybe you struggled with?
I struggled with my expectations. Main thing.
In what way?
Okay, so we had a grand opening and it was a lot of people there, tons of people there. We had sent out these press kits and I was like, for sure, like I'm going to get 15, 20 bookings from this. Did not happen. And that really, I struggled with that because I was like, me and my business partner and our families put so much work into it. We self-funded it. So our personal money, our personal time, our family's time, and we built this beautiful place. And I just assumed that if you build it, people will come. And there's so many other things that have to be done after you build it. So when that happened, I was like, that was very difficult for me to get over my personal expectations and start getting realistic and start really putting in the work that is required to start and continue to run a business. And so I still struggle with that more, but I'm also learning now that it's okay to pivot. It's okay to change things up. It's okay to create new ideas. And just because you had an idea in your mind but you thought was going to work, that may or may not be the case. You have to try new things. You have to constantly reinvent. So I think the first year, that was the most difficult thing for me, is trying to overcome my own expectations. I guess. I don't know.
No, that's good. I want
to make money too.
I'm letting it sit. I'm letting it sit. Damn. Sometimes you gotta let it sit.
I guess so.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
I agree, because I'm the same way. Like when I left Orange Theory and started working for myself, in my mind, delusional as hell. In my mind, I was like, yeah, I've been here 2 years. These people love me. They come to my class all the time. When I leave, they're gonna come and train with me.
Yeah.
Bro, no.
Right.
They stuck with their Orange Theory, but I will say 3 came with me and 2 are still with me.
Yeah.
So they've been with me for like 4 years now. They came with me and stuck with me. That's all I need.
Yeah.
For me, all I ever need is one.
Do you come to people's houses? Because if you can come to my house, I can train with you. I'm like,
No.
I need to try. I can't, like, I have.
No, we're not dealing with that A-type shit. You're going to be, no.
I'm probably going to be lazy. So
That's going to piss me off.
Yeah. Probably won't work out. But I got to come to a class of yours for sure.
But yeah, and my expectations were like that too. Yeah. Also, one thing I want other people who start in business to understand is your friends and family aren't always going to be your number one clients or supporters. And it used to bug me. That was my first struggle. My first year, I'm like, I just started this. My friends should be sharing everything. They should be at all my workouts. They should be my first clients.
Yes.
But then I switched my mindset. I'm like, well, maybe I'm not the right fit for them.
Right.
And that's okay.
Right.
Right? Like,
doesn't mean they don't support you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then also I learned it's better, to me personally, it feels better when I got strangers.
Yes.
Strangers who never met me, trust me and believe in me so much, they're willing to pay me to help them get to where they need to get.
Definitely.
That is so much more fulfilling, because now I've been doing it 3.5 years. I have a lot of women who've been with me 3.5 years.
Yeah.
That we're not even strangers anymore. We're friends. Like, I know their life. They know my life.
Yeah.
And it just feels so good. I was thinking about the other day when I was at work, I was just like, dude, I have the best job there is.
It's crazy.
Like, people, like I said, strangers, people who met me through a mutual friend or just Instagram, saw me, saw the value, and are willing to pay me.
Right. It's wild.
To help them.
And that kind of goes into my expectations. I'm like, oh, well, of course all my friends are going to book a party here. And that didn't, a lot of them did, but not all, but that doesn't mean you don't support me. And I had to change my mindset with that too. It's like, that's okay. Like, I'm currently reading this book called The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins. I'm kind of obsessed with her. You don't like her?
I used to be really into her and like her stuff. I still do, but I think once she got very big and commercial, it kind of fizzled out. And I've just seen some things recently, and I'm like, I'm not against her.
Yeah.
But I'm not letting nobody do nothing. That's all I say.
Yeah. I got into her, and I'm into this theory of the let them theory.
Oh, good.
The let them theory, because I really struggle with that. Like, in my life, I've struggled with, like, why don't you like me? Like, what do you mean? Like, I'm
people pleaser.
It's crazy because I'm like such a A-type person, but I'm also a people pleaser. I'm like, why don't you, like, what do you mean?
It makes sense though.
Like, I would kill a body for you. I would kill someone for you. Like, why don't, like, what's going on? And I constantly want answers. And I'm just like, over the years, I've been like growing to be like, why do you have these expectations of people? Like, what is, no, you can only control your own behavior. You can only control your reaction to people. And so over the last, I'd say 5 or so years, I'm like really overcoming that, like overcoming the idea that like what I expect of you may not be how you are, and that, or may not be what's happening. Like just because I'm a certain kind of way towards people and I have a very limited circle of friends, you may not be that way, and that's okay. And so that's always been a struggle with me in my life, is just like this mentality of expectations and thinking that people are supposed to act a certain way, and they're just not. So my relationships have grown so much more since I've let that concept go. So trying to grow, trying to be a better person.
Don't try, do.
Do it, right. I'm going to be a better person.
I think that's good. I mean, the awareness.
Yeah.
The fact that you have the awareness and you're putting effort towards wanting it to change. Because some people you could easily be like, I'm A-type, that's it. My expectations, you don't meet them, I can't fuck with you.
Right.
And that's not how you're supposed to move in life, because
not at all.
As you're saying that, I was thinking about it, I'm like, I think it's okay to have standards.
Yeah.
And if somebody, but not have the same expectation.
Right.
Does that make sense? I'm trying to put that together in a way that makes sense.
Like you can have boundaries.
Yeah.
You can set boundaries with people. But just because, again, kind of going back to what we were first talking about in the beginning, like just because I do it a certain way and you do it differently doesn't mean that you're wrong. And I used to have this mentality of like, you're wrong. Why aren't you doing it this way? Why aren't you being this type of friend to me? Why aren't you being this type of partner to me? And it's like,
does your husband ever cook for you?
Well, he doesn't know how to cook, and I would not want him to do that.
Okay. I was about to say,
he does a lot for me.
I couldn't imagine him making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Oh, my God.
The jelly goes on the right bread.
Yeah, he wouldn't even try. No, what was crazy, since you kind of brought that up, he was saying something a few months ago. He was like, something about hot lunch for the kids, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, I got them, I picked the days for hot lunch. And I'm like, I can't keep up with that. Like, I can't. And he's like, well, what's the big deal? They want hot lunch. And I'm like, you know what? You're in charge of lunch now. So you pack the lunches on the day they don't have hot lunch, and you pick the days they want to have hot lunch. Have at it. So now every morning he gets up and it's either a hot lunch day or it's not a hot lunch day. And I have to struggle like, no, that's not what goes in their lunch.
Oh, shit.
And I have to like remove myself from the kitchen sometimes. So I don't do that to him, because I'm like, if I put you on it, I gotta let you do it the way that you're gonna do it. So sometimes I'll just remove myself from the room, because I'm like, that's not where it goes.
That's good.
Yeah, so that's a growing process.
Good for you. Like I said, knowing, being aware, and making the change, because it's easy to stay stuck in our ways.
Yeah.
You're only gonna, especially with your business.
Yes.
Now that you're a businesswoman, you've been a businesswoman, but now that you want it to grow and think, these are, I would like to think, areas you want to grow in and expand, because things are going to go crazy. You collaborate with people, you do things with people. It's not going to go.
It's not going to always
They're not
go
all going to
away.
be A-type. They're going to be kind of, they could probably still get it done.
Yeah.
But just a way that works best for them.
Works best for them.
And it's crazy because I'm like A-type to a certain extent, but not to where I'm color categorizing clothes or, you know what I mean?
It's kind of psycho.
But my issue is being hyper independent also, in the sense of I'd rather not even ask.
Yeah.
Or even think you'll do it. I'd rather do it on my own and fuck up, or figure it out on my own.
Right.
As opposed to put the responsibility on somebody, because then
you're relying on people.
I gotta worry. Yeah, I gotta worry.
That's hard.
But also depending on the person's personality type.
Yeah.
Like if I know they're A-type person, like a you or a Danielle, I know I can trust. Okay, if I ask them to do this,
it'll get done.
It's gonna be on time, early. They're gonna ask me questions they're gonna be my ChatGPT.
Yes.
They're gonna ask me shit I even think about having prepared already. But
yeah, definitely.
Damn, that's crazy.
It's hard to rely on people.
People are unreliable. Long story short,
hard.
People are full of shit. They're lazy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's difficult. You know, like I'll just do it myself. And I've had to get out of that mentality too. Like,
fine.
If they don't have lunch, I guess they're not going to eat today. You know,
not the kids.
Because I would like normally step in. You know, like okay, I got to step in. I got to save. I'm Captain Save-A-Ho, right? You cannot be Captain Save-A-Ho. You got if they don't eat, I guess they don't eat.
They don't eat. They'll be all right.
Yeah, they'll be all right.
Kids,
they're resilient.
Kids are.
I use that as a simple example, but you get it.
But I mean, when I was a kid, I could go outside all day and not eat.
Yeah.
And then come home and eat.
You gotta, it's hard to rely on people because.
Wow. So the business is going. Okay. That's good to know.
Pretty good.
You're
pretty good.
You're a great example for other women out here that felt might feel they're stuck in one title or way
Yeah.
as, oh, you're just a mother. Oh, you're just a wife. Oh, you're just a lawyer.
Yep.
No, lawyer was my vehicle at one point.
Yep.
We made a pit stop.
Yep.
Now we're going to another direction.
Going to another direction.
But using that vehicle as, obviously you need money.
Yeah.
And have you had moments yet where you thought about quitting?
No.
That's good.
No, because I haven't paid myself from my business. That's the goal.
Yeah.
You know, and I believe that's going to happen. But it concerns me when people think that being an entrepreneur means you can't have a 9-to-5. Like, I don't, it's like, there's this whole mentality now of like, it's so bad to work a 9-to-5. It's like, what's wrong with that? You can do both things. You can be an entrepreneur and you can work a 9-to-5. Like, I hate that concept because so many of my friends do it. Like, they have side businesses. They have their, what they went to college for, what they do from 9-to-5. And then they go do their side business and they're just grinders. They just fucking grind all the time. And so there's nothing wrong with having a 9-to-5, at least from my perspective. I have a 9-to-5. My husband has a 9-to-5. My business partner has a 9-to-5. Her husband has a 9-to-5. And then we also grow our business, or we try to grow our business. We are growing our business on the side. My husband has things that he has businesses that he wants to do. You can absolutely do all of that, but you got to work. You got to be willing to work.
It doesn't make sense unless you have family with money.
Right.
You got to pay bills. And I mean, I get what you're
bills.
saying about people having that mindset. It doesn't make sense. I think, I don't know who said it. It's a quote that goes around, do your 9-to-5 until your business can pay it or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong. If you want to be an entrepreneur, again, there's nothing, you can do that.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's
I try to tell people, they think it sounds good. Like, work for yourself.
It's hard. It's hard.
Shit.
But you can do both. I balance a bunch of schedules. I work on my business. I do good at my job, my new lawyer job. And let's do it. If I wasn't doing that, I'd just be sitting on the couch on Saturday. So, not for me. I want to get up. If I'm whatever, let's go to work. And my daughter too. Come on, you're going to the shop.
Yeah, learn.
You want to make money?
Learn how to do bulk balloons and learn how to do things.
Learn.
They're the first employees.
Yeah, that's it.
So what you need to do is put them on payroll, and that's a write-off.
Pay them. Sure.
There's
already done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, have to.
We'll wrap up here in a second. Tell us more about, shout out your business.
It's called Pose, Party Post. We are.
Hold on. Look at this camera. This one.
Which one?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And tell them.
It's called Pose, Party Post. It is on Rainbow and Hacienda, right across from Spring Valley Hospital. Yeah, it's great.
Continue, sorry.
It's really good. Oh, it's so weird. It's kind of weird looking at the camera. We do all kinds of birthday parties, content shoots, anything you can think of girly, we do. And then we also have a mobile side where we bring craft labs to your house. And we just like to do girly things, new activations. So our website is posepartypost.com. Our Instagram is pose.party.post, and let us help you with your next event.
I live right there.
Yeah,
that's why I made that face. There's a smoke shop right there.
Yeah,
there's
a smoke shop. Yeah, they're really great.
Wolf's Den.
Yeah, the barbershop.
No, Wolf's Den. It's like a kava spot. They do kava. It's right across from the smoke shop. And there's like a what's it called right there too? Not elementary, like a daycare.
Like a daycare. Yeah. We're on the so
Pilates place.
We're right next to the Pilates place.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'll have to go check it out.
There's
right
like a
there.
skin spa.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I gotta look again.
Right across from literally right next to the Pilates studio, facing Rainbow.
Okay, well, you got your business shot out. Let's see. Yeah, we'll tag you. I'll tag it for sure.
Tag me, please.
I'm gonna tag it in the description of this podcast to make sure people who need party planning, they come see you.
Call us. We love it. We're really passionate about it. I'm doing my kids' party this weekend, and it's like a Harry Potter thing.
Do you have content ready?
I have a content creator coming to film everything.
You need that.
Yeah.
Because that's how the world works. We're not going to know what to expect unless we see you do it.
That's it.
That's great using your kids as a guinea pig.
Yeah, absolutely. Gotta work. Everybody gotta work. In my household, everybody has to work.
Everybody.
Okay, everybody.
As we finish up here, the final question. What's a quote you live by and why?
I think my favorite quote is, to be early is to be on time. To be on time is to be late, and to be late is unacceptable. I really, especially in today's day and age, I really try to respect people's time, because time is the most important resource that you have. everybody has the same 24 hours in the day. And so I think it is very important for me to respect people's time, and I expect people to respect my time, right? So listen, I'm going to respect your time, and I'm going to, whether it's at my job, whether it's in my household, whether it's in my business, I'm going to get back to you in a timely manner. I'm going to be where I say I'm going to be to the best extent I can. And if I'm not, I'm going to let you know why I can't be there, because I respect your time. And I think it's time and respect go hand in hand to me. And I feel like when someone's on time and I'm on time, that I'm showing you respect.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's great.
So.
Well, thank you, Leah, for coming on today, making time away from your booming party planning business.
This is
and
fun.
sharing a bit your story, your personality. The good thing about this, what I think in my perspective is, you can ask, but I'm telling you, is the fact that you are a female lawyer and you have this business.
Yeah.
So you're going to attract that type of clientele or that kind of, I think what...
I hope so. My parties aren't cheap.
I think what our business, well, not just, well, yeah, that too. But I think sometimes the business is the thing that gets us clients, or business is us and our stories.
Absolutely.
Like there's people who train with me based off of knowing what I've been through, what I'm on, what I'm about, and anything else. Like that's why you like certain things that you do.
I'm a real mom. I have kids. I know how it goes.
Your house is color coordinated.
Listen, you come to my store, it's gonna be right.
Really?
Yeah, it's gonna be right.
I'm gonna come there if I see some shit
off.
off.
It's gonna be the easiest experience of your life, because I respect that you're a busy mom and you want to do. People save money for their kids' parties. They sacrifice for that, and so it's gonna be nice, and it's gonna be an experience for you, because you deserve that and your child deserves that.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for tuning into another episode of the BambooSZN podcast. You know I got to do it. The streets be asking all the time. They don't, but I'm act like they do. The word for today: you do not need to have it all figured out to get started on that journey. You just have to be willing to get it going. Fail fast, get it out the way. It's going to happen regardless, but it doesn't mean you stop. It's part of the journey. It's going to teach you lessons. Stop fucking around and get to it and be on time.
That's
2
it.
words. Keep growing.